Well, taking a live look outside at Poto, you can see it is just muggy out there. 86 degrees with a dew point of 77. Very muggy, almost swimmable moisture. But hey, at least it looks pretty nice out there in eastern Oklahoma. You can see a little bit of blue sky there as well as not necessarily overcast, partly to mostly cloudy skies. But yeah, that dew point, it just does not feel very good out there. Dew points right now in the mid 70s across the board, you can see. And a lot of that has to do with the rain you saw over the past couple of days and a good flow of southerly moisture. It really is just making it for a very soupy day. Thankfully, it's not as warm as it maybe could be, because otherwise this would be a very, very hot day. Now, those dew points aren't going away anytime soon. We're still going to be in the mid 70s for us today as well as tomorrow. Maybe the lower 70s Thursday through the weekend, but we are going to see that stick around. Even though the rain chances are dwindling, it's still going to be rather humid as we go throughout the rest of the week. Here's some of those overnight rain totals. Devil's Knob, always a very interesting name there. I saw that and I was like, am I getting punked? No, that's the actual name of 1.71 inches. Boonville at 1.42, Ozark at 1.36, Page in southern LaFleur County 1.2, and Winfrey, no, we're not talking about Oprah, just over 3/4 of an inch there in northeastern Crawford County. And you can see where the brunt of it was. It was basically east I-49 northwest Arkansas, and then it kind of went on this dip, this almost boomerang through the southern portions and southeastern portions of the river valley. Many areas saw about 1 to 2 inches. We see southern LaFleur County there, estimated 2.5, maybe as high as 3 inches of rainfall. And all that leftover rain has just been kind of settling in the ground. That's why it's so darn muggy out there. Now, in terms of the cloud cover, it's partly to mostly cloudy. You're noticing very, very, very hit or miss spotty showers here. You can see it just leaving like a little bit of a speck right here. And ooh, I'm moving this around. I didn't mean to do that. But we're moving this around across the board. And you can see it is very hit or miss. So that's going to be the nature of this as we go throughout the day today. It is going to be very hit or miss. Those that do see it could see a brief downpour at times, but for the most part, we stay dry. So here's 4:30 this afternoon. You can see, not necessarily saying, hey, Van Buren, hey, Ozark, you're going to get rain. It's more so, hey, this is what it could look like, not necessarily those areas. As you go through the evening hours, here's 7 o'clock. After that, it'll really taper off. They'll have a quiet night tonight. Tomorrow's more of the same, very spotty during the afternoon, but we shouldn't see that morning rain activity like we saw this morning. Again, speaking about the heat, that is going to be the main topic of conversation tomorrow through the rest of the week. You're going to be talking about it to whoever will be listening. You'll be saying, that darn summer heat, it finally arrived. And I'm here to tell you before, other messengers get it to you. Heat indices will be about 95 to 105 Wednesday through Thursday. Could be over 105, maybe close to 110 Friday and Saturday. We mentioned that there's a heat advisory for Wednesday for central Arkansas. I wouldn't be shocked if we started to see one by this weekend, if not Friday or even as early as Thursday. And it's not going away anytime soon. This is July 20th through the 24th. You can see Fort Smith and really all of the 5 News coverage area in the bulk of trending above normal for temperatures. We flash forward to the end of July, 22nd through the 28th. We're still trending well above normal. Now, Danny, what's normal? 90 degrees for northwest Arkansas for a high, 95 for the River Valley. So what does that mean for us? High temperatures in the mid to upper 90s, maybe a couple spots hitting the triple digits. So, maybe spotty storm chances through Thursday. Otherwise, we're going to see very dry and very hot conditions with those highs in the low to or really just mid 90s. And again, with the humidity staying in like the low 70s for those dew points, those heat indices could exceed 100 many days. And into early next week, we could see as high as maybe 110, possibly exceeding 110. We haven't seen any excessive heat warnings yet this summer, which is kind of a rarity, but I would be shocked if we saw one here coming up with all the humidity and that heat slowly on the rise.
Went for a walk this morning. It was a great walk.
That's good.
It was 71 degrees, I want to say, which I did look at my app on my phone. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I should have tuned into my local meteorologist.
I forgive you, Morgan. I forgive you.
But it looks like the 77. It's not going to be feeling that cool.
No, and unfortunately, when you get really muggy conditions, those dew points in the higher 70s, you get warmer overnight temperatures because it only go as low as the dew points. So the lows are going to be in the mid 70s. So it is going to be muggy overnight and muggy during the day.
All right, we're gearing up for it. Well, a mission accomplished.